Two. How do you guys even know when I'm on? I'm still trying to figure this out, and then you pop on there. I mean, I'm very happy to see you. Hi. Oh, wow. Are you the first? I guess you are. Oh boy, I'm talking to you. I should be in your I was just watching your thing earlier today, and then I had to run out for lunch, but I did catch the first hour. Wow, you guys are at it a lot. Hey, can I verbally like talk to you, or is it just chat? I don't know. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to sneak in and figure out when I can do all this, and then people just pop in because they got some kind of notification that I'm on, and I don't even know what happens. Just chat. Gotcha. But you guys don't like I'm using StreamYard. You guys use different things to do this, which allow you to have like when you say come on up and talk or whatever. Is that correct? Oh, you can't do that when you're on YouTube. Little things like that I need to learn. I do enjoy your TikToks. It's always so the trolls make it frustrating because there's so many times I want to have, conversations and it just makes it impossible, but I'm always there watching it and it's just amazing how much they come at you guys. But part of it's really neat because when they I'm looking over there because that's where your chat is, but the camera's here. But I noticed the comments they're making and they're really just so empty that it makes me feel like you've already won. I use. Okay, that's getting way technical for me. But to use OBS, StreamYard works too, to stream my TikTok live to YouTube. So much to learn. They do, and no matter how many times you guys, the all of you, and you make such wonderful arguments repeatedly over and over, and then it's like within 2 or 3 posts they'll post the same dumb thing again, and I'm like, homeboy just answered that. Why didn't you? And it's obvious they have no interest in learning or finding out. StreamYard is basically OBS, but made more. It is StreamYard is a little bit easier for me. I'm discovering that right now, and as I'm messing around here, so yeah, it's not really that expensive though, is it? You know what? I think I got like a half price deal first time, but after the 1 year goes up, it's going to be a regular price. I don't even know what that is. Oh, I'm so excited to be talking to you. How could I could do what you did? Nobody can do what you do. You're the king of what you do. Oh my gosh. I tell that to everybody. I go, you got to go check out Vegan Stoner Lady when she does her thing, because the way you hold people to their comments, it's like you don't let them go over here, you don't let them go over here. You're just like you're like a dog biting down on a bone. You bite onto it and you don't let go. You're like, no, we're gonna finish this argument here. And I just sit there and go, I wish I could be like you sometimes. But one day I will venture into this instead of the long form videos that I do all the time, because they are time consuming to make all those videos. And you're doing all those shorts. I love your thumbnails, the way you do them. It automatically catches my attention. Let's see. And you edit all your shorts yourself, don't you? You just take clips out. Oh, thanks. What was the last one? I don't know, because I film a whole bunch of them and then I just schedule them to go up, and I'm very happy. I'm like doing one a week, and I've got them scheduled like all the way up until July of next year, so I'm getting kind of ahead of myself. But I don't even remember what the last one was. Like this morning, I got up early because I had an interview. I had an interview with I was on campus with. Oh yeah, we've been doing a lot of that. So here's what it is: a bunch of us. We just wanted to do something, and the oh yeah, she was a sweetheart. She was so good, and luckily I got the Instagram, her Instagram, so we were able to contact more. And I wanted to get her involved. It's so hard. Okay, because here's the crazy part. If I guess if I'm recording this, people are going to wonder what I'm talking about. When I do the outreach, I give them my Instagram so they can stay in touch. But I feel so uncomfortable asking for it because I'm a guy, and sometimes at colleges I'm talking to all these young women, and they're like, is this guy just trying to hit on me? So I feel so uncomfortable. I feel like a dirty old man. Like, here I am, 65 years old, asking for some young girl for Instagram. But my goal with that girl that you mentioned, Anna, it was, to help her find a community so she doesn't feel so alone. Because honestly, that is such a difficult part about being vegan, is when you are alone. Luckily enough, in Vegas, I found my tribe, and there's so many of us, and support each other. We help each other. We have endless potluck dinners. We have pool parties. We do everything just to keep us surrounded by each other. And even though some of us hate each other, we still enjoy each other's company because it's vegan and it's so empowering. Ah, hey, thank you, Sally. I appreciate that. Look at all these people. I didn't even announce. I see when I just clicked this live thing, I was experimenting on how to do it. And Vegan Stoner Lady knows I've been trying to do this for a while now, is learn how to do this. And I thought, well, if I just, futz around on here, nobody's going to see me futzing around because I didn't announce I'll be futzing around. And that's one of the words I use to replace the other F word, futz. So, so, so I thought I'd be able to do it, but then all of a sudden, I don't know where people start popping up, and I'm like, oh, now I'm having conversations, and I really didn't plan anything. So where was yeah? So I was talking about the community. So I want to invite these people, but I feel better asking the dudes than I do asking the girls because I don't know. It's just that old mindset that I guess I got because it's just the way my generation is. I don't swear. I don't. I'll say what's the dirtiest word? I say boobs. That's about the dirtiest words I say. Yeah. So I have my little replacement words like, oh shucks and oh darn. I know it's great. One time somebody was telling my wife that I was swearing at her when I was doing outreach. She goes, "This guy is swearing at me," and she's like, "Yeah, you don't know my husband." 35 years, 36 years I've been with that woman. She hasn't heard me swear yet. So hi to you too, Sally Sarah Brown. I don't even know how to determine who's watching, who's not, or any of that. Well, let's see. We met in 91. So you're saying, wow, 30 years. We met in 91 and we've, let's see, we got married in 97. So what do I say? It's 90. What is that? 29 years married and 35 years together. So yeah, you think she'd get a clue. Did you see my wife on some of those outreach videos? She's sometimes there. She's very shy. She doesn't like doing outreach. But did you see her there? She's sometimes there in the background. She used to edit my videos for me. Now I got Camtasia, which I found to be pretty easy, at least not too complicated to where I would confuse myself. She was. And I think in one of my videos, they even posted pictures of she'll do the activism like where she doesn't have to talk to people and fight. Like she'll hold up the posters, she'll go to those protests and she'll do all that vegan stuff there. She was often, in our younger days, she was often wearing an elephant head with a bikini and holding up the signs at circuses or, the lion's heads at circuses to do the circus and rodeo protests. That was kind of her thing. She's like, I'll here's where I use that bad word. She's like, I'll use my boobs for the animals. Hey, Satanic. What does a green heart mean? I noticed the different colors on hearts. Doesn't that mean something different? Here, wait, I'm going to see if, I bet you I can do that. I bet you I can. Let's see if I can't find a picture of the elephant. No, that's the Petland protest. I type in circus and we've done so many jobs in this. No, I can't really find it now. Phooey. All right. Well, sorry, I tried. Green heart from a vegan is just vegan love. Right on. Thank you. I just found out the other day what W means. Everybody's saying put a W there. I'm like, I don't want to because I don't know what it means. and then Jeremy Loeb goes, it means win or something like that. And I'm like, oh, I guess I can do that now. Now I'm getting, I feel like I'm determined to find that protest, that circus protest. Here we go. And no, it's not that one. Well, fooey. It's just so funny to see. Yay! W for me. It's so weird seeing Vegan Heretic. Didn't think that was going to stick. I didn't think that was going to stick, or something that I stuck with. Oops. It's like I think on Jeremy Loeb's show we talked about it, because when I decided, all right, I wrote the book and I need to have a way to be in communication and continue on. And I'm thinking I'm a juggler, so I'm going to find something with vegan juggling. And son of a gun, Natalie Fulton was known as the vegan juggler. I'm like, oh, dang it. How did she get there before me? Who is this woman? How dare she? But so then it just came like, since I'm a churchy kind of dude, that all my friends at church were saying this vegan stuff is heretical. And I'm like, all right, that works. Because if it's going to get people mad, what a great attention getter, right? Let's get people mad. So, so there came the vegan heretic. Yeah, she was the vegan juggler. So, I just sent her a video thing of me juggling. I need to follow up on that. I'm glad I thought of that. She's always been very nice, and I want to, at least somebody to talk juggling with sometimes. I have weird hobbies, juggling and veganism and Bible. Go, Mom must have dropped me on my head when I was a kid. I am trying to find that picture. I'm trying to find that. You're over here. I'm trying to find that picture. No, that's circus gig, secret circus protest. Maybe it was. Ah, wait a minute. I think I found it. Yeah, there you go. So I could have been something totally different. Who knows? Oh, wait, there's the circus protest. Okay, I found that folder. I have so many terabytes of pictures and stuff. This is ridiculous. Nope, can't find it. Phooey. Well, I'm not going to keep it waiting while I do that. That's just silliness. So let's see who else is on here. So what are you guys doing home on a Saturday night? Why aren't you guys out being crazy people, having fun, doing obnoxious, stupid stuff that you'll regret in the morning? That's what I was doing when I was your age on a Saturday night. We need terabytes that big. It's just amazing. I remember when computers first came out and people were like, Mike, I have a 2 gigabyte computer, and people were like, that's amazing. I remember working for one company where I was hired to be in a trade show booth, and they were the first ones to have a memory card, a memory chip, to put in cameras. And like we had that, it was before cameras had them and all. And spent the day. I spent all day hiking. I'm laying on the floor now for fun. Oh, hiking's great. My wife does that, but it can, if you don't stretch out before and after, man, your legs are going to be sore. Oh, so I got hired for a trade show booth, and I was juggling all this stuff to get attention, and then I would make these memory cards appear. They were about the size. They're about the size of this little thing right here. There you go. And they held a whole gigabyte. And people were floored that there was something that could hold that much information. And now I'm like, I've got this little tiny thing that's maybe that big that holds like 256 gig, just like this is smaller than my pinky nail. Just amazing how I've watched technology grow. My lack of technology grows even smaller with each one. But I miss hiking. Satanic Stefan. I miss hiking. I used to enjoy it. I am super into exercise. I'm in the gym 5, if not 6 days a week. But back during COVID, I fell off a ladder. I fell about 20 feet off a ladder and screwed up my ankle and my knee so bad I can't run anymore, which is really sad because I used to enjoy doing 90-minute cardio sessions. Now I'm doing about 30 to 40 before the pain gets to be, and I just have to stop. But, that could also mark that down to, it's time to slow down anyway. So, but I can still lift in the gym, and because I can sit on a bench and I'm not putting all the weight on my ankle. But I was up, there was this branch that was knocking the shingles off my roof. And it's COVID, nothing's going on. I'm like, I got the whole day to myself. I can climb up a ladder and cut that branch off. Well, the lesson I learned was not to put the ladder up on rocks, because rocks are slippery. And that ladder just fell, and I just came straight down. Oh, it was painful. I landed on the ground and it felt like, because I got good balance, I think, and I just went straight down. And it felt like an electric shock went through my whole body. And I'm just like, so I fell on the ground like this. And I don't know if I was there for 2 minutes on the ground or 2 hours. I couldn't breathe. I was going, and finally I was able to roll over and do the army crawl, to my front door. And I'm like slamming on the door, trying to get the wife to come out and help me. All right. And she got me to the hospital. And here comes the vegan story. See, I'm going somewhere with this. And the vegan part was the doctor, after the x-ray, he goes, for a guy your age to take a 20-foot fall like that and not break anything, you got some strong bones. You must drink a lot of milk. And I'm like, no, not a drop in 20 years. Well, it was only 17 at that time, but still. And I couldn't wait to tell him about the vegan thing. Oh, so much fun. So, okay, I see the fire. Is that from my stupid story, or that I just ended up being vegan? What I don't know. I wish I could hear you guys. I wish we were all just hanging out in a chat room. Why are you puking? What did I do to you? Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I made you puke. Oh, hi, Mary. I just made somebody puke. I hope I don't do that to you. Typically, somebody going blah is, I get that when I'm shirtless on a beach, but not so much here. So I've been here all day, home. Wife is on the road, so I had the day to myself, shot some videos. I was doing them on, the milk. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. So the recent Surrounded on Jubilee, I really enjoyed that. I was so impressed by the way that Dr. Jack guy, who said he was a pantheist, didn't he? The way he still defended veganism from the Christian point of view, I thought he did so well. I was so happy to do that, but I wanted to do comments, so I broke it up into 4 segments where the 4 of the people made religious comments, and I filmed those today. So hopefully I'll get those edited within the next couple of weeks and put those on my page here. I hope that stuff's helpful to you guys doing activism when you talk to people like me. This is kind of fun. Well, hi, Ms. Teaspoon. Nice to meet you. Welcome to my unscheduled live, I guess, that I wasn't planning on doing that I'm doing with Smash It. I have the thing says testing live. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just came in to test this. I've already said it before, but I'll say it again. I don't know what I'm doing, so I was just kind of going to mess around and figure out what's what. And then everybody started popping in, so I've been enjoying this conversation. Thank you. I wish I could hear you all talk. Is there any chat rooms like that where a whole bunch of, well, I guess that's on Discord. I also leave Discord on in the background a lot. Boy, that's a scary place for me. Is it like that for any of y'all? Do you ever go to the Discord channel for the vegans and the English Hub and all? First off, this is confusing. Discord is even uber confusing. Well, good. But I leave the Discord thing on, and it's interesting because, yeah, the majority of the activists in there, I'm going to say probably 9 out of 10 of them. I have a few times. Well, I shouldn't say scared. I'm scared because it's just overwhelming. Maybe that's a better word to use than scared. But the majority of them are atheists. And so I'm like, good, this gives me a chance to hear what they're thinking so that hopefully I can work that into, the vegan outreach that I do. But it kind of makes me unhappy. Maybe I'll do a video on that, but I'm thinking here they are trying to, instead of just deal with veganism and focus on veganism, they're trying to chop down the meat eater's Christian faith. I'm like, I don't try to convince atheists to accept Jesus. I would expect the atheists there not to fight their belief in Jesus, but say, let's keep it focused on veganism. What can I do to get you vegan? And it doesn't seem like that. So I have a few times, but I get scared. So I'm it makes me uncomfortable too. Because I want to chime in and say, hey guys, can we talk to the Christian meat eater and say this, that, and the other thing instead of trying to, say, well, your God believes in slavery, so you're a piece of garbage. The Christian doesn't need to hear that. That's not going to help the animals trying to destroy their faith. I just want to work within whatever boundary that Christian gives me. If it's right here, I'm going to work within that to try and get them to go vegan. So what's the biggest rebuttals I say? For pro meat eating Christians? Well, it depends on who I'm talking to. I try and size them up first. I will look at them and do, I'll try and do some profiling, which is probably not a for sure science, but they're Christians. Do they have a bunch of tattoos? Are they dressed, really nice? Are they dressed? That'll let me know how I want to approach them because I want to match their energy. And I'm just making guesses. None of this is for sure. But then once I do that, I think I'll give you one. I have several. One that I find very convenient is God did not create animals for food. And I ask them, when did God create animals? They will right away say, well, they made animals in the Garden of Eden. And then I say, was there death in the Garden of Eden? And they're like, no. I go, then there's no way that animals could have been made to eat, because if there's no death in the Garden of Eden, then there's no cheeseburgers. So that's always like a real simple way to get them think, because again, it's working within what they believe. They believe that the Garden of Eden was sinless and deathless, and when sin did happen, they got kicked out of the Garden of Eden. So we still have that perfect place where animals were created and there was no death. So does that kind of help you? Right. Bible quotes. What Bible quotes would I use? Oh, wait, good approach. Oh, I'm getting I hear it so much, but I can't say. Yeah, I do try to bring it back to the animals. Hi there. I tried to use your argument about Eden, vegan, sin, animal consumption. They just glazed. Yeah, that's part of the problem. It's so easy just to spout out, one thing over another. Like in that recent video where Dr. Jack Sims or Symes or whatever, the pantheist guy was talking to the Christians that were there. One guy, it's like the Dr. Jack guy, vegan, gave a wonderful Christian based answer that I wish I would was able to say as good as he did. And the Christian he was talking to didn't even acknowledge, like, yeah, you're right. I need to go home and think about that. Or no, you're wrong because of XYZ. He just changed the subject. Well, Jesus ate fish. That's all they do. They just bounce from verse to verse and act as if we've never heard that verse. Could you please? And this is where, Anna, vegan stoner lady, her methods come in so good. Hold them to the fire. Hold them to that question. Don't let them get away. It's almost like I want to make them admit you are wrong about your understanding of that verse before you introduce another verse to the argument. And I think that would be good, but it's hard. It's hard because they just glaze over it and they start saying other unrelated stuff. And each verse that they bring up, whether it's Jesus ate fish or, Genesis chapter 9, God said, we could eat the moving things or whatever it may be. Each one of these verses, you can quote a verse, one single sentence. Think of a verse for you guys who don't know. Think of it like a sentence. Maybe it's two sentences, but generally it's a sentence. And they can quote this one, five of them in a row, but each one of them could take a 20-minute, 30-minute explanation to get the historical context, the theological context, the culture of all that's going on feeds into it. The Bible isn't written just like a history book. Inside there is history, but there's also poetry. There's apocryphic literature. There's just so many, and each way those are written is how you should view it. Like Job was just a play. It didn't actually happen. Job didn't actually lose his family. It was a play that the Jewish historians would say, yeah, it was just to make a point of God saying, you don't understand everything that I do, just roll with it. All right, that's essentially what it was. But by looking at it as a play, you now understand it differently than you would if you thought it was an actual historical event. And to get all that lessons across when these guys are just shooting out verses at random, like rapid fire machine gun stuff, it doesn't work that well. No. Oh, where am I at? They they mentioned meat, which is translated throughout history as bread and other stable foods. Yeah, depending on what verse or what version of the Bible you read. Now, when I say version, it doesn't mean there's like a whole bunch of different versions. All these translations were made off the same pile of manuscripts. Okay, so like when King James in the 1600s, they had this pile of manuscripts. Now, with their vocabulary, they saw the word food, but they would translate it meat because meat was just a common way of saying food. It covered both categories, animal flesh for food and vegetable for food and plants for food. So it worked both ways. But if you read into other versions, like the New International Version or the American Standard, they will just say the word food instead of meat. So it really depends on who did the translating and at what time. But they were all looking at that original stack. And so if you can go back to the original Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek, to get a look at what the original version of the word was, it really does help clear things up. But unfortunately, so many people believe like, oh, we can only believe the King James version. So that's the only one that's worth listening to. And that's the one that uses meat quite a bit in place of the word food. And it does lead to confusion. Yeah, for sure. Watching Conspiracy is great. I did an interview today for what is it, World Supreme Master or something like that. It'll probably be out in another month, where they were asking me about the Conspiracy thing. I love Conspiracy. I don't know if you guys saw me on the panel with Cam Waters one time. I didn't get a chance to ask him about this because the conversation just went elsewhere. But what I wanted to say was, and it's kind of like the atheist thing I was bringing up earlier, is how am I going to phrase this? Christspiracy brings into question a lot, and they do great work on it because they really back it up with some good research, but it makes the Christian want to question the authenticity or the realness of everything they already believe. So it was designed for that, and I think they do a great job of it. When I'm doing vegan activism, I don't think that's the time, that's the opportune moment to question, to bring them into questioning everything they believe about scriptures. My goal is there's an animal in a slaughterhouse that wants out. What am I going to do to get this guy to consider veganism as part of the Christian walk? So I think Christspiracy is definitely 2 thumbs up, but I don't know if it's me using it for animal rights activism when I'm out doing outreach is the right timing or the place. It's maybe later on because, Christspiracy, they needed, 90 minutes to get their points across in that film. If I'm doing outreach, what do we get? 5 minutes, 7 minutes? So what can I do that's going to work quicker and faster? So some people, I had one person message me and say, how dare you, put down, I'm not putting Christspiracy down. It's awesome. It's awesome. But hopefully that, I give you a little context on why I sometimes don't recommend it. Hi, Jeffrey Phillips. Up, y'all. More people saying hi's. How do you guys do all this live chat stuff and keep up on everybody here and talking there and reading there? Had I known you would all be here, I would have done my hair. I don't think the Apostle Paul was a scumbag. I think if you rightly divide the scriptures the way it says in Timothy, you'll find that a lot of what the Apostle Paul did was vegan friendly. But that's a dispensational theology, which is very hard. If you guys listening don't know what dispensational theology is, it's different parts of the Bible. It's like this: all of the Bible is for us, but only part of the Bible is written to us. So in other words, the promises God made to Noah, he made to Noah. The promises God made to Abraham, he made to Abraham. Our job is not to do what Abraham. Our job is to do the promises he made to us. And that's mostly what the Apostle Paul had. So, and there's also what happened in the transitional time between, in the book of Acts, when the Apostle Paul came in and and the apostles were going, yeah, I think you're right, Paul, we need to do that. It's a big time change. So it can get really confusing. I like it, but I can see why you think he's a scumbag. Yeah. I mean, my studies lead me to a different outcome now. I'm sorry to hear that, Mary. That your sister won't watch Christspiracy. Did she ever say why? Like there was a reason? Has she heard something about it that made her afraid of it? Or, and I don't mean afraid of it as in she thinks it's going to be gross or animal violence or something like that, but afraid of it because it'll make her face some of her misunderstandings. Like when I first had to face mine, I'm like, I didn't want to hear it because I'm like, I've been an idiot. I have been buying products made from animal abuse and nourishing, my temple, my God-given temple. I've been nourishing it with products made from animal abuse when I have every opportunity not to. So I didn't like hearing it, but I'm one of those guys that doesn't have a problem being wrong. I mean, if I'm wrong, prove it to me and I'll change. I did that when I went from Judaism to Christianity, and I did it when I went from being a meat eater to a vegan. I mean, show me the evidence. I'm a human. I can make mistakes. So, I'm just growing, and I feel that when I stand before God, no matter how many mistakes I make, I'll be forgiven because he knows I'm doing it all in the effort to serve him and do what's right. And if the evidence presents itself, then I need to change and go with it. So, all right. Time to make a vegan heretic version of Christspiracy. I can't believe I I don't even want to that would be fun. I wish I could do a document. I wouldn't even know how to do it because I think, okay, if I did a documentary, it'd be how to go on the streets and talk to Christians about veganism. I would like to do that. That would be I think that would be a total trip. Yeah. That would be my bag for sure. They think you're a wacko and atheist. That's why I got the name heretic. People, my Christian friends think I'm a heretic because I believe in compassion. Go figure. But uh oh, let's see. I'm an atheist because I don't go to church. Oh, you're not an atheist though, are you? No, am I getting confused here? I just write AI to write out how to start and do it. Oh, there you go. Oh, you mean for the documentary? Well, it also means there's the time and the money and getting the people. I can't even get people to help me videotape, you know. Occasionally I can get the wife to come in and help. And so you'll notice the cameras there, or if not, you'll see the camera here, and I'm way over here, and it's just a wide shot, and I'm like, is better than nothing. And I just posted because I think maybe there might be an activist who watches it and says, you know what, that little tidbit there, yeah, I can use that. So if it happens, that's cool. Yeah, Mary, I didn't that's what I thought. Okay, I misunderstood. Oh, they think you're an atheist because you don't go to church. Well, go to the online Christian church. Go to Craig Wesco's thing, with Creation Care Church. You know that, don't you? Am I getting you confused now? It's but I would like to do a documentary like now that you're talking about it, and I think you and me and just all of us in this little group here that's spiraling around here that we all see each other in each other's chat rooms all the time. I think there's a lot of fascinating information there. I think it'd be great. You never heard of that, Mary? Okay, Creation Care Church. They've got a YouTube channel. Pastor Craig Wesco, Wesco. He's amazing. You might have seen me do a couple videos with him. We did a whole bunch of silly dad joke videos recently. Uh, we used to watch Vegan Brian, who promoted that online church. Yeah, Vegan Brian. I think I know who you're talking about. Uh, he's often I think I've never really had a chance to talk to him much. I've seen him in the fellowship chat that we have after the Friday night live, let's call it sermon. And but the Creation Care Church is great. I recommend that more than I would recommend Christspiracy for Christians because it's not trying to disprove everything the Christian already believes. It's working within what they already believe. And Craig is just really great. He does a good half-hour sermon every week. If I'll tell you what, can you okay, you'll find it. If you find him, why don't you just post a link to it right here? I guess I could do that too, rather than me. Here I am telling you to do it. That was rude of me. Wait a minute. I can I click off this page? I don't want to. I don't know what'll happen. Let's see. What if I go here? Am I still on? I think I'm still on. I don't know. I left the tab open. So I'm going to type in Creation Care Church. Doo, 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 doo. Here it is. Oh, well, that's what it is. It's YouTube Creation Care Church. Duh. All right. Oh, okay, good. And Mary, this is the link for you. Yay, I did it. Okay. Oh, I guess I can because I'm a mod. Well, wait a minute. I'm not a mod. I'm the one doing this live. I can't believe I'm doing it live. Maybe I'll leave this one up. I've been deleting all these that I've done. How do I get rid of this little banner right here? I guess I could get rid of this banner here. Well, no, it's not there. Oh, now I lost the comments. Oh, gosh. I could be dangerous doing this stuff. I'll try and figure it out later. I don't know how. There's so many buttons. I'm afraid to click a button because it'll mean bye-bye to y'all. Oh, well. So, Mary, did you see that link for the Creation Care Church? Oh, wonderful. There's another one where he's got one swords to plowshares. You know what? If I can't, I think I'd rather find you his link tree. He's got a vegan discipleship school. You know what? Let me just send you his link tree, because that'll give you a whole bunch of stuff. He's got it much more together than I do. Okay. There you go. And in that, you'll find the discipleship school. You'll find his own personal web page where he's got a whole bunch of videos. And it's like anything else. It's just time to study. I'm just glad I dig this, studying this stuff. It's fun for me. This is fun conversation. I think that I think I do that because I don't have very many Christian friends who I get to talk to about this. It's what's kooky is I get to talk to more atheists about this than I do my Christian friends. I played a character as an evil heavy metal singer for a dozen years, but it was an easy subject to write lyrics. Gotcha. Okay. I'm learning this about you guys. I never get to find this stuff out about y'all when we're in everybody else's chat. And it's like I want to talk to you, but I never want to take away from what's going on by the people doing all this. I feel like, if I bring this up, it's gonna detract from what's going on. And I don't want to be disrespectful to whoever's live is being broadcasted. So, well, the reason I'm trying to, I got on here tonight was that I was trying to figure out a way that I can play a video and do commentary on it live. And I was really hoping I could invite people like y'all that are in the chat room to get on with me. So, like, if I played something from some preacher, like, okay, let's just say, I don't know, Mary, you said preacher Billy Joe Bob, whatever, said God said we could eat meat. I could play that clip and you and I could talk about it and talk about how to discuss that with him. I thought that might be kind of a good way to go about this. It would be chill. We could take our time, we'd go over it. And I thought it would be, there you go. Thank you for subscribing to Craig's thing. He's a great guy. You know what he did? He lives in his van. He gave up everything so he could go out there and preach the vegan gospel. I'm like, dude, you are hardcore. I am so proud of you. It was, he came over to my house when I was selling my other house. I had a big, beautiful house. Oh my gosh, was it beautiful. But I just sold it. And when I sold it, he came over the week that we were moving everything out. And I'm like, dude, you don't have to sleep in your van. I got 5 bedrooms here you could pick from. And he's like, no, I'll sleep in my van. And I didn't realize it, but that really is his house. So, but I mean, that just shows you that his heart is really dedicated not only to Jesus, but also to veganism. I am just so happy that I met him and I've learned so much from him. I think him, Matthew A. King, and also another great source for Matthew A. King, but also Vegan Theology. Let me see if I can't find. They have a podcast, Vegan Theology podcast, and it's Kevin and Sarah Hale. They do an amazing job. I haven't, you know what? Unfortunately, I bet you it's been about a month since I listened to any of their podcasts. But I was hooked on them for the first year. They had so many great things. They would do books, and they are so intelligent. They could find things in a book that I couldn't find. They were just pulling it out, and I'm like, wow, that's great. Why didn't I think of that? Thank you. So not only did it make me want to go out and get those books, but it says new comments. I didn't even see there's new comments. Wait, where? Holy cow, all these comments just popped up. You guys are saying stuff and I didn't even know that. Oh, golly, what did I do wrong? Oh, that's something I could do on Discord. Yeah, well, it does have yeah, it does. Like, for example, here, let me just, it says StreamYard does have an option to watch videos. It does, but not where I could bring you guys up. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Stephen. Oh, hi, Spooky. Look, you guys are popping in and I didn't even know you were here. Okay. Waving red octopus. I don't know what that means. Okay. Oh, but I was saying, all right, so let me just, here, I'll go to, let's go to any video. I'm going to pull one up here, Anna, because you said I could do it, and I'll show you what I mean.
Eat matters. It matters not just for our physical health, but also for our spiritual health. It matters to God.
See, okay. This is a lady who's going to be interviewing this lady here who calls herself the Christian nutritionist. Boy, was she's a nutritionist, but her husband runs a cattle ranch. You think her interests might be divided between doing what's right and selling meat? Yeah. So, I mean, I could do it like this, but I was really hoping to get vocal interaction with the people watching, but I guess that's just not doable here, is it? But you're saying that is on Discord. I feel, again, for those of you just tuning in, I feel bad because the chat is on this side, but I know the camera's over here, but maybe I should just put the camera here. Like the cord's not long enough. Hooey. All right, well, we'll deal with it. That's a kind of, yeah, that can't be done. Stephen, we're well, thank you, Spooky. Is this support of my channel? I don't know how any of that works. I don't know how to do commercials or monetize, or I don't even think I can. I just know that out of nowhere, I mean, it was very nice that a couple thousand people decided to follow me, and I'm like, I guess I'm doing things kind of okay, but I don't know where to go from there. I really don't. And many people have you guys have been very kind in your comments, and it's been very uplifting. I do appreciate that. Your comments when you do say these things you say, but I really don't know where to go with the support, or I don't know. I didn't know I was going to be an author. That just happened by accident. I mean, I just wanted to put together a little pamphlet, like, I'm like thinking I'm going to put together maybe this many pages right there, just this many of like questions and answers that I could give to all my activist friends here in Vegas, because I think we got a good solid core of maybe 20 of us that are constantly going out and hitting it, and they're always tagging me over into the Jesus conversations, and I'm like, I'm just going to start it like that. And then COVID hit, and I went from doing 3 gigs a week to doing 0. And I had this time. And so I'm like, is this God telling me I should focus on writing this crap? So I did. And next thing you know, I've got people from all over the world. And I'm like, this is amazing. It was like so exciting. So things are just, but pamphlet. Thank you. Thank you, Mary. I was trying to think of the word. I was just thinking of doing a pamphlet, not even one that I was going to make a book out of and put on Amazon or anything, but just that I could give to my friends and say, here, say this crap, it stumps the Christians when I talk to them. So, but next thing you know, I got a book and a YouTube channel, and now work, since COVID never really has come back for me, which is okay. Cause y'all know what I do for a living. I juggle, right? I'm just, I'm in pain. It's getting hard to juggle. It's been 50, how many years? 55, 50, 53 years of juggling, and my knuckles are sore. It's like I go to write my name on the way my wife likes it. I write my name on a check for her and it hurts my hands. That's how bad it is after all these years. So I'm kind of glad that I'm not doing the juggling thing anymore. But it's almost as if all this happening, me falling off the ladder, me getting the book. Yay, Stephen, you're doing good work. Thank you, man. It's like it all kind of led to me being just like at a whole new place. And God's just going, I could use an activist if you got the time now, duh. And I'm like, yeah, God, I do got the time now. So, all right. Mhm. Thank you, Spooky. Have you ever seen me, Spooky? Have you ever seen me, Joe? You say extraordinary, but I wonder, have you even seen what I do? Yes, Chicago. I miss Chicago. I don't know if I'd miss it now, but I miss what it was because that's where I grew up. I grew up with some really wonderful parents and being in Chicago, going out with my mom and dad, doing the things that you do. I have such warm family kind of feel only on videos. Okay, if not live. Okay. Which videos have you seen? Which videos have you seen? So my mind, when I think of Chicago, is a very family, very loving, very warm feeling. But my parents have passed. Family's not there anymore. My brother's still there. He just recently moved back there. I think it was about a year ago. My sister passed away. I just found out I had a sister. Didn't know I had one until she was 60. Cool story. Maybe I'll do that on the next time I talk. But only on videos. Oh, okay. And so that's it. So, but I don't know if Chicago would be that for me anymore. I don't know. Probably not. But I do go back to visit mom and dad in the cemetery, and I just go in, I do that, and I come back. So, but Chicago is a great city. It really is. It was great growing up there. Yeah. If I, oh man, what is this saying? Show. I'm going to click on a button that I don't know what it means. Oh, okay. That's because you're right under it. So it said, oh, it shows. That's how it shows it. Okay. Oh, look at me. Ah, I should have pressed that button a long time ago. I didn't know that's how you guys do that. This is like a new toy. This is great. Oh, geez. I feel like I'm learning a new juggling trick. Next week, Steve will hammer nails up his nose for your entertainment. I am learning things. I did not think I'd be doing this for the last hour, yet here I am. I wish, do you guys see this banner that says, I have no idea what I'm doing? I wish I could get rid of that, but I don't know how. Thanks. Some of the videos aren't that great. Like, I'm very happy that I was on David Letterman, but I didn't get to I did like this much. And then they cut off real quick. And then they came back and they looked at Maria. They ignored me. I've got a burning barbecue grill. I got 40 pounds of flaming steel on my face. And what do? They look at Maria. Yeah, well. I don't even think I got any videos online anymore. Or maybe. Did you see the juggling one I did with where I was juggling the bowling balls, but I put in my daily food for less than $7? Did anybody see that? Maybe I can find it. Let's. Okay, let me see if I can. Video. Okay. No, that's not it. Well, phooey, now I can't find the ones with I can't. I really need to learn how to label this stuff better. What, that's Letterman? Oh yeah, that's his humor. Yeah, for sure. He definitely. But I am gonna try and find that calorie video. Um, what did I name that? That would help. Nope. Well, hopefully one of you guys will be able to teach me how to make better use out of these. Oh, you know what? I think it's on my YouTube. I think it's a short here on my YouTube. Can I play that here? Let's see if there's that option. No, I don't see it. Okay. Hmm. Yep. Once again, I goofed. Oh, there it is. Bowling ball in miscellaneous. Okay. This is, let's see. Okay, video file. Ah, this is the one I did. Yeah, it just listed all the food I eat for a day and how, what was, I can't see the bottom of that thing now, can I? No, wait. Okay, let's see. It's okay as my day, what I ate in the day, my steel cut. It was overnight oatmeal is what I did. And I put it all together because people were saying to me that you can't be healthy and eat cheap. But if you can see the I spent $6.63 and I got all my nutritional needs met on that day. And if a skinny old guy like me can juggle bowling balls with that kind of a diet plan, how much stronger do you really need to be? I mean, come on. So I do miss performing like that, though. I don't get to do that much anymore. But hey, time to move on. I'm sure Mick Jagger wishes he could do his rooster dance as good as he used to, also, but at least he's still on stage. Thank you, Spooky. You know what? It's like I'm sitting here looking at all you guys that I talk to all the time and when we're in chats. Do you guys ever do interviews? Like, we should all get to know you guys because you're all so supportive and all so helpful. What I would, are you moms and dads? Do you have kids? Do you work? Do you juggle? Do you have hobbies? Do you hike? Like, I would be interested to find out about y'all too. That could be kind of fun. Okay. So anybody here want to do an interview, let me know. I will do this with you guys maybe next week if you want. You don't love me in that way? Come on. I could make you love me in that way. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. You are? I'm 64. I'll be 65 in August. Mary just said she's the same age as me. Oh, has she? Have you did an interview? I never saw you do any interviews, VSL. I thank you, Spooky, but I haven't told any jokes. Oh, okay. Here's a joke. What is orange and sounds like a parrot? Answer: a carrot. I can't believe that's a stupid joke. I love that joke. Yes. See, it sounds like a parrot, but people think you're making a sound like a parrot, and that's not the joke. And I don't know. It's stupid. You know, phrasing it, she did Skyjack Morgan for sure. I don't know if you want to phrase it that way. Did you do an interview on Skyjack? Where can I see that? I want to see that. Because I know you are a fierce tiger of vegan activism, but I don't know anything about you. I did a couple of videos on my channel that were just about me and my, just a day. I think, did I put up any of the comic book ones or anything like that? Because I kind of, I just full disclosure, I'm a geek. It's what I am. I don't care. I think it's okay. I'm going to go look for that. If anybody has the link to Anna's video interview, I want to see it. Somebody send that to me if you can. Right? 2 p.m. She was no, you were a belly dancer? Come on. I'm not going to believe it unless you say it, Anna. I'm waiting. I'm looking over here ready to read. Oh, silent. Okay. I did not know you were or you may have been allegedly been a belly dancer. Oh gosh. You've got to put up videos of that. I know you got video if you did. Oh, why don't you? If you don't want to do it, but who's got them? You got them on your channel? Come on. If I'm goofy enough to put up what I do, due to restrictions on YouTube, I definitely won't be putting up what my wife does. But I put up what I do because I don't care how stupid I look. I think that's part of my goal in life. I've said it before. When I die and they have your pictures all around your coffin at your funeral, and I want every one of them to be as stupid as possible, so that when I die, they go, "He was silly." All right, I am gonna come on, help me out. Send me a link to the interviews and the belly dancing and stuff. That's gonna be too fun. Come on, you got to see me juggle bowling balls. I did not know you had the performer thing in you at all. Look at this. It's in your blood. You got to get out there and do it now. Did you dance with the sword on your head? How do I make Anna a mod? I would if how do you do this stuff? Is that the star? Does that work? Did that do it? Okay. Is that when I click the star? Is that what I'm supposed to do? I don't know how to do this mod stuff. I'm sorry. This is, I am just learning how to do this as it is. I think I finally found out the mistake I was making, why I can't interact on TikTok, because I was looking at it on a desktop version. I have to do it on my phone because on a desktop, you can't, I don't think you can do all that stuff. So I think that's the problem. I'm not sure. Skip. Okay. There's Troop. I'm trying. You know what? I'm trying to copy paste that so I can search on it. But every time I go over it, it it doesn't allow me to. I can't. Somebody just show me how to make somebody a mod. What do I do? Oh, great. You guys are going to get to go see it and I can't. All right. I'm going to have. You didn't have to, but I'm going to appreciate it. I'm going to wait. I'm still trying. Okay. I'm going to do it as soon as I figure out. Okay. How to make somebody a mod. How to make somebody a mod. What am I doing? Oh no, I lost everything. Click on name. How do you click on name? Delete comment. Put user in timeout. Ban user. See? That's what I get when I click on the name. I need to Google it. I just feel bad leaving you all so I can go Google something. That's adding a person. Okay. Nope. Oh, it says I am live. I didn't know it says that there. You have to be in YouTube. I am in StreamYard. Ah, so I can't make you a mod in StreamYard. All right, well, thank you. Then I'll quit looking. All right. Let's try this. Oh my gosh. Loving it. Loving it. Okay. I will have to go and check that out later. All of the costumes are great. Isn't that fun? Don't you just, it's like, Anna, isn't it fun to do that? I mean, like, I don't know if you got paid for it, but my wife and I often think of it like we get paid just to dress up and cosplay. You know what most people do on Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving. Well, that was a goof. On Halloween, we get paid to do all year long. I love it. Oh man. And back when we were working with snakes, my wife, that theme, that whole Moroccan theme with snakes was so popular. She must have a dozen costumes like that, and some of them, oh, handmade. Some of them were just gorgeous. I sat there going, "This is amazing." Now she's wearing balloon costumes. Did you guys ever see any of those? I'll wait until I hear an answer, and if you want, I'll show you what a balloon dress looks like when you're done watching Anna jingle her jangles on on the harem outfit. Balloon costume. Okay, looking it up. Hold on. Remove from studio. I'm learning. Image. Okay. This might be it. I might get through this. Oh yes. No, that's not it. No, that's us on New Year's Eve. No need to see New Year's Eve pictures. I will find that now. Yeah, my wife wears a lot of balloon dresses made entirely of balloons. I'm getting there. Just give me a second. It'll make more sense once you see it. No, that's not her. So weird that I know where all this stuff is, but then when I go and type it in the search, nothing is showing up. Maybe I'll search the function. Okay, there we go. That dress is made completely of balloons. I'm trying to find the most recent one because that one's, I think, a year old. And have I got the most recent one? The most recent one was the most incredible work of art. It took 2 balloon twisters, I think like 3 days to create the entire thing. And I just can't find it, but message me later and I'll see if I can't find it. Here, let me try and find another one. Yeah, it's just amazing. You don't think of a balloon dress looking like that, but the girls that make this, they are such artists. The time they spent to twisting the littlest balloons up to the biggest balloons and so many things, it's just absolutely amazing. Let me try another search for. No, that's not it. Oh, this is just a side view of that same dress that was in a local magazine. But why is it that's the only, I mean, we have dozens of them, but that's the only one that's showing up in my search. Why is it that sometimes you type in something on search and it pulls it all up, and then other times it just doesn't? Okay. Oh, this was just a showgirl dress that she did one time. How do you say what without swearing? Hi, Jeremy. Once again, you come in here when I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing, but I'm glad you're here because you taught me stuff last time. Yeah, this is what she wears and when she goes to work. So for the Jeremy, you just walked in, but we were talking about how much fun it is that we get paid to dress up for our work. And we started talking about the dresses, and then I said balloon dress, and all right, I am going to find another one because some of them just get to be just insane. This one was kind of nice. There you go. Spooky, how do you say what without swearing? And Jeremy, I did a interview this morning for oh, that's it. Thank you. That's what you meant. Effing awesome. Okay. I can say effing, I think, because it could mean freaking. Okay. Still figuring out how to say it. Jeremy, I sent a link to the interview you did with me over to somebody today because they wanted some footage of me to determine whether or not I was worthy of an interview. So here, this was an interview. I didn't make a fool of myself on it, at least I don't think I did. Although balloon dresses are much more impressive than anything else. It's really crazy. And then, of course, when Maria wears those at bachelor parties, the guys just pop the balloons off of her. And every time they do, they have to give her $10. So at the end of the night, we. Me, I have to eat fire, juggle bowling balls, and pound nails up my nose. And I make less than half she does, but life ain't fair. Wear a helmet. Well, Jeremy, since the last time you tuned in, I think I figured out how to do this on StreamYard. The video is coming through clearly, right, everybody? I mean, it's looking fine. So I think whatever settings I had to set, I got set right. I think I got the audio right and all that stuff. So I'm getting a couple freezes, but okay. Now I wonder if, see, the other times that I was checking all this out, I didn't save the video on my channel. I'm thinking this time I will, just to see if there's any kind of distortion once it gets saved. Because when I do a StreamYard conversation like I have in the past, it would be weird if I was to interview any of you guys, Spooky or Mary, you guys would come through clear as a bell, but then I would look like I'm in soft focus all the time. And then I read that on StreamYard, that's not uncommon, that it's very common that happens. And, I made sure I got, the upload and download speeds are all what they should be. They're actually very good. And I'm not using free versions, which is another thing they warned about. So I'm like, why? Save this. Okay. Looks good. Can you touch your background or is it green screen? Oh no, that's just a curtain. Here, look, see? Okay, I mean, behind here, it's file cabinet. If you guys look at any of my older videos on my channel, I had this awesome office. I'm selling everything. My whole life is ending. I'm in that office. If you looked at it, it looked like there was a wall of toys behind me. There was Batman and Superman. There was the Monkees. I'm a big fan of the Monkees. You guys aren't even old enough to know who that band is. I mean, you think I'm a Bible thumper? Talk to me about the Monkees. It gets really bad. All right. It turns into a 2 hour long conversation, So, you love my office. Thanks, Mary. Yeah. So all this stuff from the 60s was hanging on my wall behind me. It looked like, I don't know, like a comic book store blew up on me. And on the walls, I had Davy Jones's shirt. He was one of the guys in the Monkees. I had, autographs from Adam West, Batman. I had all my collectibles. I was such a collector. And it was, oh, Mary, you love Monkees? Awesome. We're going to have a monkey conversation when I interview you, because that's what we're going to do. Come on. You just tell me when, we'll do it. That's fine. My brain needed to see that background move. Oh, so I had a great background, but when I came over here, I owned a couple houses. This house here, I was renting out to somebody. They moved out. So my wife and we moved into it. Now, my other house was 3/4 of an acre. It had a separate barn built just for the reptiles because we owned Reptile Rescue. That was us. We built a barn on the property. We had a beautiful pool. I'll post a picture of my beautiful pool. We had everything. But that 3,200 square foot house with 2 garages now became a one car garage. The other garage was just 1,000 square feet on its own. But all that got scrunched into a 1,500 square foot house that we're currently living in. So there's boxes everywhere. So this used to be a curtain that covered one of our magic illusions when we performed. And so I just hung it up behind me, and I'm like, at least I'll bounce off of it so visually. But yeah, I didn't want to go green screen. Okay. No, Mary, don't be camera shy and boring. You can do it. Come on. Vegan from McDonald's. The background looks like the last scene from the giant. Does it really? I don't know. I had so many I did have just a standard all black curtain, and it had a bit of a snake pattern to it. I guess I could put that back up. I don't know. I just kind of looked at it like this. It kind of looks like Biohazard too, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. And it's like I see all these logos now that are written with all this kind of squiggly kind of lines on it. Like it'll say vegan, but it's like, I'm one of those guys that has to go to try and make it out because I just don't get it. And it kind of looks like that vegan gaze. Exactly. Oh my gosh, you're right. The vegan gaze mug. Yes. But I've seen that on t-shirts. I go to the gym and dudes are wearing that and it says gym life and all that other stuff. I guess it's just what all the cool kids are doing these days. So I'm like, I'm just going to leave this thing up here. And besides, it's there and it's spandexy, so I can move it and get into the drawers behind there. But yeah, it's a mess in here. It's a mess in here. I am slowly minimizing everything. Heavy metal band logo. Yeah. And it works because I kind of look like an old heavy metal guy. So vegan from McDonald's. Do I know you? I think this is the first time I've ever said hello to you. Hello to you. Vegan from McDonald's. You think, Stefan, you think my wall says something? What does it say? Oh, yeah. It says go vegan. Oh. Can I put a picture in there? Let's see if I can't drag a picture into here. I'm learning this. Oh, I guess I can't. I was seeing if I could drag a picture into the chat. Can I drag it into no, I can't. All right, never mind. My wife she's on the road and she just texted me a pizza picture. Maybe I can. Okay, you guys are about to see a pizza picture. Well, there it is. There's the pizza. The wife just sent me that. What kind of pizza is that? It's called zucchini sunrise. It's a white pizza, so it uses Alfredo sauce on the bottom and then dollops of ricotta. This is, of course, all vegan versions. She's at a vegan restaurant. What's the name of the place? She told me what it was, but I guess she told it to me and didn't put it in the text. All right. Well, at least she's getting pizza, not me tonight, because I can't stand cooking. So the smoothie bowl might be the extent of my cooking, where I blend up bananas and make it into an ice cream. Do you guys ever do that? I love that in the summertime. And I just sprinkle granola across the top. Oh, I know. I make a lot. I mean, the wife makes a lot of pizzas here just because you can make it so many different ways you can put so many, you can have, like, oh, artichoke hearts and spinach and, you know, so I just like, you ever tried the Upton's soy rizo stuff or whatever that is? I just make a spicy, like Mexican pizza. I love that one a lot. Oh, you hate cooking too? Right on. It's the worst thing in the world. Toast and peanut butter is about the extent of my desire to cook. I really can't stand it. That's my breakfast every morning because, I mean, I just don't want to. And my wife loves to cook. Oh, she cooks some good food. Goodness me, it's insane. I am so blessed. But an ice cream was one of those surprises. I had no idea how good it was going to taste. But did we have this peanut butter conversation where I told you about PB Fit? Not cooking is equal to not living. I have somebody to cook for me. Okay. I'm a health conscious guy. There's a thing called PB Fit. It's powdered peanut butter. I know at first you think, all you do, a scoop of that, equal amount of water, or maybe just a little bit less, and stir it up. Not a lot of cooking. Fat free. Yes, all the fat has been taken out. It's nothing left but flavor. The more water you add, the more creamier it gets. You do a little water, it's firmer. You can make it to whatever consistency you want. PB Fit is the bomb. And the thing is, you can eat twice as much because it's only half the calories. Yes, you will thank me for this later. Oh, Stefan, did you work like at a restaurant or something? Do you like Stefan or Steven? Because I know some people with the PH say V. I don't know, and I don't want to say it wrong and get y'all mad at me and have you follow me home one day and beat me up. Yeah, PB2 and PB Fit, pretty much the same thing. I went with the PB Fit. It tastes a little bit sweeter to me, and I don't mind a little extra sugar calories because, like I said, I'm in the gym every, 5, if not 6 days a week, and I burn up a lot. So fat calories, I don't know. I have no nutritional reason to say this because I don't know for sure, but it just feels like the fat is harder to burn off. I know on weeks when I eat fatty stuff that I'm on the treadmill and I'm like, dang, I haven't lost a pound, or I gained a pound. And if I eat sugary stuff, it seems like that just goes to energy because as soon as I eat sugar, I'm in the gym, and it's almost like it gives me the energy to push through and really get some extra pump out of it. I can't back that up with science. It's just a feeling. I could be wrong, but you know what? My weight is where I want it to be. I feel great. If it ain't broke, why fix it, right? It's Steven like me. Okie dokie. Then I've been saying it wrong. I apologize. See, now I want pizza though. Curse her. How dare she send me pictures of this stuff? I want to take that off the screen because that's just going to. There we go. Thank you. I think next time I'm going to arrange to have the camera down there somehow if I can get the cord long enough. That way I'm looking at you guys instead of looking over here all the time. All right, so I guess I'm Steven and so is your wife is Steven? Okay, Spooky, your name is Steven. And so is your wife, Steven. I don't get that. Explain me. Oh, I think I remember that skit. I think I remember that. Man, that's going back. I remember watching that back in the 70s. Oh, Monty Python was amazing. Okay, I'm not supposed to take any of your stuff. So how dare you? How's that? Did I do good, Jeremy? I'm Brian. Monty Python was the best. That would not be legal today. That would not be legal today. I came here for an argument. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. No, you didn't. Well, that's not an argument. That's just contradiction. No, it's not. Oh, too cool. Oh, too cool. So come on, which one of you is going to be the first to do your interview? Come on, Mary or Spooky or Satanic Steven or come on, give us a reason to all do this. Let's get this tribe going. Let's all get to know each other. Not your stream, not your dream. All right, well, thank you all for letting me experiment on what I'm doing with this stuff. Steven, did you watch Monty Python on channel? Yes, I did in Chicago, channel 11. Remember that? Public broadcasting, because occasionally they would show boobs and you couldn't do that. You could get away with that on channel 11. We already know Jeremy. I think we need to interview you guys who are always so supportive and so strong in the comments section, but we never get to know you. I want to interview you guys. I want to hear your stories and I want to hear about your jobs and your successes when you get good vegan conversations. I think that would be fun. Come on, I'm sure you have a curtain laying around your house you can put in the background a curtain you used to use to cover up the big box where you saw the ladies in half. Doesn't everybody have one? You hang it behind you? You turn your phone camera on? Then we can have somebody do a belly dance for us. It'll be like a party. We'll all get drunk. I can drive you all home because I don't drink. Well, this is making me want to, just like I'm saying, it'd be fun if everybody knew you guys as more than just your screen name. It makes me want to post more. No way. Are you straight edge, VSL? I drank too much today, Stephen. All right. Well, that's okay. You had my share, so don't feel bad. That was just my share you were drinking. Thank you. I appreciate the help. But so yeah, I mean, just me thinking how much fun it would be getting to know what you guys are really like. It makes my username is my name. Oh, okie dokie. But then if I ever got you to do an interview, not that I know how to interview, I would have to take Jeremy Loeb lessons on how to do an interview properly because he asks some of the best questions. So much better. I've done quite a few interviews. Some of them, well, I'm probably going to be that when I do it. But I think it'll be, I'll take my Jeremy Loeb lessons and then I'll learn how to do some interviews so I can interview you guys and find out what you're like. But also, it's making me think that once I find out what you're like, it'll be good. But I should share more of what I'm really like too. I guess that's what I'm doing here in live because this is all just unscripted. I mean, but all my commentary videos are, I guess, are like that. I do a lot of my videos just on the fly. I'm going to say maybe 20% of them I actually watch before I do the commentary on them because I want it to be raw. I want when I make my comments to be as if I'm talking to a stranger, out at a cube of truth or something. So that's the way I would handle it. So if I do good or do bad, it's all being done on the fly. And I just feel it's open and it's honest. So I kind of like that because if I do a bad commentary, well, I would have done that in veganism and I hope people call me out for it so I can learn from it. But if I sit there and take time in advance and really study it to where I did a few of them and it just sounded like I was teaching a school class. And I'm like, that just doesn't feel like me. I mean, did I get into this to sound like that or just to, of course, to save animals, but I want to have fun while I'm doing it. I mean, like I earned a living for my entire life like that. Of course I did it for money. I needed to earn a living, but I wanted to have fun doing what I do. And so I'm really not sure. Again, this is also new to me just because I've been doing it, a couple of years and I still don't know what I'm doing, but I'm still learning and it's still fun. My group went to the pizza place for lunch today. After our hike, my only options were beer and chips, and I got a pickle. Well, you got a pickle. That's kind of healthy. Dude, I always carry protein bars with me. Do you do that? Everywhere. I always have one in my pocket, man. It's just, I could show you my shelf up there where I got a bunch of them. And it's not because I'm low on protein. People go, oh, you carry protein bars because you're a vegan. No, it's just a good, healthy snack. And honestly, most protein bars these days are just, they're candy bars packed with protein is what they are. But some of them, you're very entertaining. Thank you, Mary. Some of them, the protein bar, some of them are good. But here's the secret. Okay, wait, did I ever find, hold on, I asked a question earlier and I don't know if I got an answer. Oh, VSL, you said you don't drink. I said, are you straight edge? Do you never drink or you never have, or you just stopped? I don't know. But you said you don't, and you gave, what is that, a smiley face? Look how bad my eyes are. I have to get right up into it. Okay. I had a bag of trail mix. Oh, that's good. Okay, so here's the thing. I talked about PB Fit earlier. Take like a bland protein bar, like Go Macro. That's a good vegan protein bar. It's got some decent, nutritional facts in it. It's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad. It's just one of those things where you wouldn't feel guilty for eating it. But take it to the next level. Take some of that PB Fit peanut butter, put it across the top. Yeah. It's like frosting. And then if you really want to get crazy, put a couple slices of banana on top. Oh man, that's my dessert. That'll be one of my next videos. How to pollute a healthy protein bar by by putting peanut butter and bananas on it. But I'm not straight edge. Okay. Take the bud. Face lost. Gotcha. Well, it was disappointing to my wife. I don't drink, never had drink, never in my life. So people are like, how long has it been since you had a drink? I'm like 64 years. I don't know what to say. But I told my wife, this was 20 years ago, I said, I'll tell you what, when I turn 60, I'll get high and I'll get drunk. Well, I turned 60 a few years back, and I'm like, I feel so darn good. I don't want to chance it. I don't want to change anything. So I'm moving the goalpost to when I'm 70, maybe, or maybe 80. Oh, I'm looking. Okay. There you go. Well, I know you. Yeah, that's right. But I can't say I'm straight edge because I do caffeine. I drink coffee, and that's not allowed when you're triple X straight edge. Does that make me just one X straight edge? I don't remember that term. It was a punk rock term. I remember that from the 70s. But at least I can remember the 70s. Most of my friends who get high, they can't remember the 70s at all. It was so much fun. Oh, you young people, you don't know what you missed. But don't all of us old people say that? Don't we all say you don't know what you missed? I'm too good at what? I'm too good at blabbing on about stupid, unimportant, non-vegan things when I'm on a vegan channel. I just looked frustrated. Oh, right on. Well, welcome, Vegan World Mission, to the Straight Edge family. That's right. Do you have a reason for it? See, that's why I would like to interview you guys. Do you have a reason for it? I don't know if I have a reason other than I just feel so good. I can't imagine. I guess I don't want to take a chance and hurt what I've got, but I mean, some people, I lost my brother to alcohol. So just see, that's interesting. That can really influence somebody. I totally understand that. Totally. I guess you know what, and I think about it, I think that's common that a lot of people would have an older sibling who might have had a problem with the substance and that put them totally off to it. That could be possible. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna wait. Any one of you guys, Spooky, Mary, Ian, anybody, tell me when you want to do an interview. I'll get you and I'll put you in one of these little squares right here on my monitor, and I will ask you a whole bunch of silly questions. Four kids. Oh. I hate that I like to drink. Oh man, I hope I'm not stirring up any bad things, but at the same time, if you know, part of the reason is that I even mentioned this is because I was thinking about how much you guys support us, those of us out there doing the activism and stuff with your comments, that I thought it would be fun to get to know you, and maybe that would be just a way to support you guys in some of this. If me being, a sober, boring old guy can be of any benefit, let me be that. I don't mind at all. Confession booth. That's right. I'm not a Catholic, but I could build a confession booth. I could go get one of those little collars. Okay. All right. So while you guys are deciding who's going to do an interview, let's see. We are the faceless. I am going to figure out something about my life that I can put into the next video. Like, I haven't done one of those in a while. I think the last one was when my wife fell in the pool. Did you guys see that one? That was fun. She was so mad. I get it. People are camera shy. I've never been camera shy. I've been on stage my whole life. This is natural. I don't feel any different now than if I was in front of 1,000 people or if I was just talking to my best friend alone here. I've never, I think people's fear of being on camera or recorded or public speaking, it's not so much standing in front of people and speaking, it's about the humiliation that can result in that. Because you might say something that you're embarrassed by, or you might say something that would bring about condemnation. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to say something that somebody is going to be offended by. And even if you are on there and you're not doing anything wrong, you might offend somebody without even trying. That's the way things are today. So I think a lot of people are afraid to publicly speak or say what they really want to say because that can be humiliating or painful. Maybe humiliation isn't the word. Yeah, it's the repercussions. See, Jerry, you're already offended. I don't blame you. Yeah, so because I think about it, people aren't afraid. Like if you won an award and somebody invited you up on stage, you'd walk up on stage and you'd be like, "Thanks for this award," and you'd feel all comfortable because you're confirmed and solid on what you're going to do. Like, okay, I said I wasn't nervous on stage. Sometimes I did get nervous. Like if I was doing a brand new trick that I never did on stage before, there was an excitement that I can't wait to see how the audience responds to this. But there was also a nervousness about what if this blows? Then I got to suffer the humiliation of dropping, whatever knife I'm juggling, and they're like, "Oh, he's terrible, stupid hippie." So there was that. So I don't know. I'm trying to put this together as I think it. I could be wrong. I don't know. We're just chatting. You wouldn't accept the award? Was you? Oh, wow. I think I offended Jeremy because he's not getting an award. But come on, are people really that nervous about going on stage if they were to get an award? Or like, I don't remember any kids when I went to high school and they were getting their diploma and you had to walk across stage. They were all happy about it because they were confident that they could do what was being done. There was nothing really to be scared of. And I always felt confident on stage, but never confident to watch the footage from the shows. I feel that way sometimes too. Like, I don't want to see it. It's more fun in my memory. It really is, because I was in my memory, I'm probably better than I actually was. Oh, Jeremy, I'll try and get you an award. What do you want an award for? Think about it. We'll work on it. You're right. That was before the internet. Yes. Most of my stuff was before the internet. If the internet was around in the 70s, they wouldn't have been half as much fun. I like to contribute with no acknowledgement. Totally fine for me. I guess some people are like that. And you are. So there you go. Definitely not me though. I could use somebody like you in my life to so I could maybe come to a better understanding of all that. You see, Mary, you're saying you can't believe participate in chats. That's why I don't get the impression you'd be afraid, because you do great in chats. You're supportive. You say nice things. You make me feel good. And I can see when you comment in whether it's Anna's or Jeremy's or whatever, you're saying things that allow for interaction. It keeps the momentum of the room going and the conversation. It keeps everything light. I think you should be confident in what you contribute. Yeah. Oh, well. Boy, oh boy, I can't believe I've been talking this long when I was just planned on coming out here and testing this stuff. What does it say? Whoa. It really does take a strong person to talk in the chat. True. It takes a. Oh, that's right. I don't have to read it like that. I can just click it here. See, there you go. I just learned, Jeremy, before you came in, I learned how to do this. I haven't done it yet because I haven't taken the opportunity. But yeah, it does take somebody strong to stand up for something real. Jeremy, you can have a W. Jeremy taught me what W means the other day. I didn't know what it meant. Two W's. Wow. Yeah, that's from my kid show days. Wow. Hey, Mom. Don't laugh at that. It'll only encourage more stupid stuff. You know which one really worked for the kids? This. You can get 10 minutes of entertainment teaching a room full of kids how to do that and get paid for that. What's my favorite passage of the Bible? Oh, I'm going to say it's in Ecclesiastes. And the thing about Ecclesiastes is it's Solomon just looking at how life is just a puff of smoke. I think that the Hebrew word is hevel, he says. In other words, it's all nothing. And, you know, we come, we go, and it means a lot to me because, and again, I hate to keep bringing this up, but as I get older, you know, I'm not only over the hill, I'm halfway down the other side. So I know that my end is not, I mean, I'd still far. I'm going to live another 20 years. But when you say that, that's a lot different than when I'm on this side of life. Like, I'm going to live another 60 years and I can't wait to see what I achieve. Now that I'm here and I can see what I've achieved, I can say, you know what? I'm ready for it to end. I don't want to die. I still got a lot more I want to do. But if I died tomorrow, like, you know, like Solomon and Ecclesiastes and parts of it are saying, I'm good with that. I've made, you know, I sit there and my wife and I, we come home from a show and it's like, you know, when we were on, you know, Leno or whatever, it's like, we've made millions of people laugh tonight. And then when I'm not being Steve August, the juggler, I'm out doing vegan outreach and I'm like, I'm saving animals' lives tonight. And then when I come home with the wife and it's just the two of us on the couch eating popcorn, watching TV, I'm like, I have a relationship that for the last 36 years has been amazing. I'm like, I feel so blessed that the doom and gloom of Ecclesiastes isn't going to harm me because I've done it. There's more to it than that. And maybe I'll even do a video on that. And here we are talking about, you know, bearing our souls, you know, or in interviews. But that's kind of why I lean towards, you know, verses that are in Ecclesiastes about how life is fleeting. But at the same time, its fleetingness just is so strong and powerful to me that it energizes me. I know, crazy. Death. For sure, many days behind me than in front of me. Yeah, I know that feeling. Was that like way too long and way too deep of an explanation for what my favorite verses are? Your tests end up being good streams, by the way. What does that mean? Here, wait, I can put it right there. What does that mean, Jeremy? I just put you there. Hey, Vegan Church Service. Hey, we were talking about you earlier. When did you pop in? Yeah, we were talking about, I was telling Mary, we mentioned you. but we also mentioned Craig and Kevin and Sarah Hale from Vegan Theology because Mary was looking for some kind of online church because, well, she doesn't go to church because it's hard to go out and find a vegan church. Oh, I'm so glad you popped in. Good to see you, dude. I never really get a chance to talk to you much because we're always in. When I do see you, we're in the fellowship group after Craig's broadcast, and conversations are happening all over the place, and I don't want to, just now on break from. Oh yeah, like you're in a different location, aren't you? Where you located, dude? Oh, you're not saying you're on break like at work from work or anything. You're saying you're on break from doing the service? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I started talking about that earlier, that me and a bunch of buddies, we just said we're just going to go out and do it at the colleges now. We were doing it on Fremont Street, and if nobody knows what Fremont Street in Las Vegas is, it's it's a lot. If you're going to party, fun place to be. If you're going to do vegan outreach, oh, it's horrible. You got 24 hours open carry drinking. So everybody walking up and down the strip, this is Fremont Street, not the Las Vegas strip, but the strip on Fremont. They're all half in the bag at that point, and they don't have to hide it. They can sit there with their, foot long or 3 foot long margarita drinks with the straws, and the and trying to have a good vegan conversation is so difficult, and it's very, very cowboy down there. So I get a lot of big belt buckles and cowboy hats spitting on me, calling me, names. I don't think we can say those names here. And so we're just like, we did it for 6 years, and I consider it the worst of the worst. And then we quit doing the Cube of Truth, and we still had the TVs and stuff. And we're like, we don't need Cube of Truth, I mean, I was doing this TV set stuff. This was back when we had the big TVs like this, and you had to carry a full VCR back in the 80s down on Michigan Avenue in Chicago when we were trying to do, activism. And now it's much easier because it's a chip in the back of a TV, and, TVs don't weigh but 20 pounds. So we're like, we got the equipment, let's just go do it at the college. So one of the guys there, Nick, he paid for most of the props. He bought a $500 battery pack, and we played the three TVs. Now the wind blew over one of our TVs last time, smashed it on the street. So I guess we'll buy another. We'll see how book sales go this week, and maybe I'll buy another TV. And so we've been doing it at the college, and I think the conversations have come through being much better. So thank you. I appreciate you saying that. I know the video quality is not the best, but I don't always have somebody to work the camera, and still I do it. Something is better than nothing, right? It's one of those kinds of things. Okay. Oh, totally, totally, dude. uh, oh yeah. So okay, I'm looking here, but my chats are there, so I'm missing some things. I'm sorry if I'm doing that, but you're saying you're looking to set up some TV in the break room. I don't know if can you do it in a break room? Like the colleges out here, they have a free speech area. Anybody can go set up. So like we go, and like I figured that out because I went there one day and I'm like, there's Jehovah's Witnesses. They got a booth here. They got a booth out there, a tent and chairs every single day. I'm like, well, if they can do it, you know? So, but there's an area that's for free speech, which allows that. I don't know if we could go indoors and do that, but if you can do that at one of the colleges, rock on. I want Jeremy to stream. You want to go? Is Jeremy streaming now? Should we go over there? Okay, what's this one? This is, I'm entertaining enough that I'm watching you It's like, go to sleep. That's the only reason I'm entertaining is because you're half asleep. And I'm just there. So you're like, okay. Oh, Steve's here. Okay. They do cubes in front of this place called the Heart Attack. We do, yes. We do Cube of Truth in front of a place called the Heart Attack Cafe, and they'll let you eat for free if you're 400 pounds. Yeah, if you're over 350 pounds, they allow you to eat free. And the Heart Attack Cafe, they brag that the food they give you will give a heart attack, and that they have one vegan option on their menu. It's a cigarette. So we set up our TVs right in front. And so when it comes to asking for trouble, yeah, we do it because that's just the way me and the boys are. We don't care. You know, if you've seen any of the videos of the outreach that we're doing at the colleges, you can see we don't, Nick goes at him, he'll follow him, and then JD, they were following him for 20 minutes, still talking to him, even when you couldn't see him anymore. They come back 20 minutes later. He's going to come to the next outreach thing. He's going to come to the vegan potluck pool party. So we tried, but we did not have that kind of luck there. But we did irritate a lot of people. And I know it was mean, but sometimes, you got to look into the darkness. I think I said to Craig one time, sometimes you got to dance with the devil. And he didn't like he corrected me on that, and I deserved to be it. But what I was just trying to say is sometimes you have to do mean things because being nice to these people isn't going to get through. I myself even said, I passed so many, people back in my non-vegan days that held up signs that were polite. I paid no attention to them. I'm not going to pay attention to these, these alfalfa sprout eating hippies. Paid no attention to them. And I knew people like that. I actually had one guy who I shared information from Earthling Ed with. He would have nothing to do with it. As soon as I showed him Gary Yourofsky being obnoxious, he was all into it. He watched over an hour of it. So you never know for sure. Different people are, different strokes for different folks, I guess. Go to bed. My brother told me about going there with the kids that are teens, and they took my dad. Really, yeah, it's vile. Did I miss anybody's comments? Jeremy, are you going to go play Tomb Raider? All right, when Jeremy starts Tomb Raider, I'm out of here because I need to eat. It's 10 o'clock my time, and I have to go make a piece of toast because the wife's not here to cook for me, and that's probably all I'm going to have. I am thinking I might put a piece of that cranberry walnut bread in the oven that you can get from Costco because that is vegan. Have you ever seen that? Oh, that's delicious stuff, especially when you warm it up. I can put something in the oven. That's pretty easy to do. Same time zone, you and me, vegan stoner lady. Hey, you know what? There was I'm trying to think of the college that had a book fair that was going on up in Salem. That's not far from you, I think. And I was real tempted to go up there and just hit you up and say, hey, I'm going to go do a book fair. But then I looked at the numbers involved. It's only a 4-hour fair. And I'm like, the cost of the airline, the cost of the hotel room, it's just not worth it for me to go. I ended up booking myself at another event anyway, but it's got to, sometimes I have a sponsor. I have one guy, Big Crown Protein. They sponsor me. So they pay, the travel and hotel expenses. I don't make any money off going when I go do the lectures. Like when you saw me go to Orlando or if you saw my thing in Orlando, I could never afford to that. The book sales don't cover that much expense. It brings me in something. If anything, it pays for the food and maybe the airplane. But the sponsor really helps pay for a lot because churches don't want to give me money to come and speak. And it's not even churches. I rarely I can't get into a church. I can get into small Bible study groups. And those are the ones that are, but to come up to your area just for a Bible study group is kind of expensive. What am I going to sell? 5 books? That's not going to cover airfare. I'm not doing it for money. I'm not trying to say, I'm just saying that's why I don't but I was almost up in your area. Salem isn't far, but it sucks. You got to get a sponsor that sends you to Portland. That's where the money is. Again, just as long as it pays for the airfare and the hotel. That's a benefit to me because I'm on limited income. The other house I sold off, I'm living off of. That's going to pay my way for the rest of my life, so I can do nothing but activism now. But I can't live large. You know what I mean? That's why if you hear me talking about, I'm downsizing, I'm getting rid of this, I'm getting rid of that. It's not because I'm desperate. It's just I want to prepare for that last 20 years of life. But I want to spend my time doing activism, and I don't want to spend money on myself when I can do it towards trying to help the animals. So I made ginger. What did you make? I made ginger, tofu, mushroom, broccoli, cauliflower, rice noodles. Cook well, but I don't really enjoy it. Well, that sounds good. See, now you're making me hungry. All right. Did Jeremy start his stream yet? Because if so, I'm going to go and make some food. Or watch me really live large and have a bowl of cereal. And I will slice up some bananas and onto that. Thanks to the VSL. Thank you. That was a good stream today. I caught that at the beginning. It's kind of fun to wake up and know you guys are on. You grew up in Salem, it's okay, but I don't. Oh, I wouldn't. I think I've been to Portland. I think I've done a fair out there somewhere. I performed at a fair. I didn't have an affair. Didn't have an affair, honey. I wouldn't do that unless you were there to enjoy it with me. I'm kidding. She's not even here to talk to. Okay. Satanic Steven, thank you. Thank you for hanging out with me. Jeremy, are you going to go start your stream so I can go eat? Come on, I'm handing the baton off to you for tonight. Yes, it was the Oregon State Fair. That was back in the 80s. No, Jeremy, I'm out of here. I need food. I need nourishment. Man, I can't afford to lose any weight. I need to. You met me. You know how skinny I am. Jeremy ain't streaming. He got work to do. Well, I got work to do. I'm going to go watch another episode of Good Girls. Have you guys seen that? It's terrible. Yeah, I used to work some of these county fairs I worked were huge. And other ones I got to, and I made good money when I'm juggling. Okay. I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you to go, you expect to get into a big stage. Like you mentioned, big stage. And wait, where did you say big stage? There you are. Okay. So I expect when I get there, there's going to be a big stage. I show up to these small places that pay huge amounts of money. And I'm like, where's the stage? And they go, see that hay bale? It's the green grass behind it. They painted grass with another shade of green. That was my stage. And the hay bales all around it were the people's seats. And I'm like, right on, I can do this. Might have seen me perform. I attend. Oh, wow. Okay, I never did one of the strolling grounds acts. I was always a stage performer. So maybe if you saw a guy with a barbecue grill balanced on his face, that was me. Good Girls, it's on Netflix. And really, I didn't pick it. The wife picked it. So that's another reason why we have over 35 years together, because whatever TV show she picks, I watch. I don't even try anymore. I've just given up. I don't even know how to work the remote control. That's how often I've had it in my hand. I never do. I'll teach you all about marriage. Hang with me, folks. The vegan stuff, the Bible stuff, forget it. Let me teach you about what it's like to be married. Yes, dear. Okay, hon, whatever you say, babe. That sounds great. It's all that ever comes out of my mouth. Okay, now I get the joke. Shame on you. You need to learn to say goodbye to the stream. It's always the big. Okay. Well, I will take Spooky's advice. I am going to go say goodbye. And I thank you all for hanging out with me. I did not expect to be doing this. I thought I'd do my little test thing. My test thing turned into 2 hours of chat with you guys, but I am grateful. I am grateful to get to know you guys and not just talk veganism. Since there's no trolls in here, we're not fighting anybody. I just had a good time hanging out with y'all. I felt like we were just all sitting in my backyard around the fire pit, watching VSL get high. So thank you guys. I will leave this one up here at your advice and see what happens. I'm going to figure out how to make sure this stays on my YouTube. So, okay, I'm clicking the end stream now. That's the red button, right? Okay, end stream on 3, 2,